Welcome to Fox 20 for quick recaps. This movie recap is meant to show you a prediction of tomorrow's war. The world went far in technology and developed an intelligent AI instilled in robots. Robots could do all men could do apart from producing. One day, there was chaos and a nuclear bomb hit the wrong coordinates. Robots were highly blamed for that mistake and discriminated even more than Africans. U.S. commanders went in a meeting and resolved to end AI robot existence. The movie starts showing how the world will be in 2060s with a married couple. Joshua and Maya were a married couple living with robots. Joshua betrayed them and gave Americans their location in order to get rid of robots. When Maya heard him talk to the guy they had arrested, Maya felt disappointed and pointed the gun at him. Joshua told her to take it easy and go with him, but she wanted them to go with the robots. She loved robots because they raised her when her parents died. So, whoever could wage a war against robots would first wrestle with her. Joshua pleaded with her to stay together, but she ran away with Joshua's pregnancy. A weapon with missiles designed to scan and kill robots found them and fired the place. Joshua survived, and all he was left with were memories. His commanders could take him for checkups to find out the location where he was, because all he could tell them was that he couldn't remember anything. He could feel small whenever memories could come. His job became a robot destroyer, and that's all he could do. All aside, memories of his wife could come and make him feel so lonely on the earth. When he was swimming, General Andrew and General Ha came to see him. They told him about the mission, and that was to get the weapon known as Alpha. It was designed by Maya to destroy the Nomad, which was designed for exhausting robots. He ignored their proposals, but while going away, they showed him footage and told him that his wife was still alive and was living in that place where the mission is going to take place. He went with them and guided them to New Asia with Gen Ha. General talked to his team and showed them the location of the lab. He told them not to forgive anything, just kill even humans who are there, because all of them hated humans, including the stimulants. The mission was to get the weapon known as Alpha O and blow up the place. They reached the place and started moving until they reached a nearby village. They reached there and told them to bring out all robot bodies to be killed. They mistreated them to show them a way to the lab, but they had refused. When one soldier was going to kill a dog that belonged to a child, she was nearly showing them the path to the laboratory, but Joshua noticed the switch. He turned it and opened the way to the laboratory. They entered the lab and guards didn't see them but only saw people heading to heaven. They attacked all doctors who were working there. Back outside, the police got to get involved into the party. Linda told them to come and rescue her outside. She bombed them and the party officially opened, inviting more cops. They ran and reached the vault where the weapon was being kept. When they reached there, Linda cried for backup. Joshua and Shibley were left to open the vault. When the vault opened, Joshua went and saw a child sitting in a couch watching TV. He reported back to his commander as he had found the weapon and that it was a child. He was told to shoot and kill it, but he failed because he had a lot of mercy. This is how tomorrow's war is going to be: we having relationships with robots and having mercy upon them. A doctor came and shot Joshua in the back and opened the door and told Alpha to run through. She went outside, but she was naive about what was happening outside. Joshua also passed through the door and started calling out Maya. The soldiers were warned to evacuate the place before the Nomad bombs it 6 minutes. They called Linda to hurry into the jet and go with them. When Linda was entering the jet, she was shot with a grenade and they crushed down. The Nomad approached the area and blew it up, leaving many dead. Early in the morning, Joshua found himself in a boat with Alpha standing near him. He tried to get rid of her, but she was shooting stones at him. While he was moving, he found one of his colleagues known as Shibley. While he was using his radio to call for help, Shibley came from unconscious. He took him to the nearby home and they were followed by Alpha, as they were still thinking of what to do. The owner of the house came and they shot him, which attracted the police. They ran to the garage to start the car, but they didn't have what to use. The robot cops threw a grenade to them and the dog took it back to them. Alpha humbled herself as if she was praying and the car started itself. Joshua drove miles away to get Shibley at a nearby hospital for treatment, but the car broke down, and Shibley kicked the bucket from there. There came a family going to eat life into the city and offered them a lift. They went to the city, but they reached too late when the borders were closed. Joshua and Alpha were unwanted, and the cops were checking vehicles thoroughly to get them. Alpha humbled herself as if she was praying and controlled the car out of the police. They boarded a bus to another city after that and went to see Joshua's friend known as Drew. He found Drew when he had ventured the robot manufacturing, and he had a robotic wife, which left Joshua wondering why Drew got a robot yet they were trying to abolish them together. He told him about Alpha and told him about her abilities to control all machines. He checked her, and he also saw the great technology she was made with. She was given to Drew's wife to take care of her, and she ordered ice cream for her. When ice cream was brought, it turned into screaming when Drew's wife was brown up. Joshua came and shot all of them and ran away with Drew. They went to the place where he used to stay with Maya to check whether Maya was there. When he went outside, he had told them to stay in the car, but Alpha followed him and Drew ran after her. When he had reached near them, he was shot by the robots and he died. The robots which used to stay with Maya took Alpha from Joshua and arrested him. When he was going to be killed, their people got an attack from the Nomad. He was left since all their attention was taken. The Nomad could scan and kill robots mercilessly. Alpha came to Joshua and he explained to her as he loved Maya, and as he cannot harm her. He escaped from them and into the waters. He got hold of their boat and went with them to their place. The robots were in great misery for losing their fellows. All robots had their hope in Alpha to destroy Nomad and end the war that was there. She was being raised so that her abilities can be well developed. Joshua came at night and switched off the robot and went away with Alpha. As they were trying to go away, the people were attacked and Alpha couldn't leave them in trouble. She ran back to help her people, and Joshua also ran back after her. The Americans started killing them one by one in target that were automated even if you ran. They sent bombs which went to the robots and burst from there. When they sent another bomb, Alpha stood in its way and stopped. As she was still commanding it to attack the owners, she was shot by the sergeant. Joshua appeared and told the sergeant to back off, but he refused. Hot shot a fellow human to protect the robots, and he was then trusted by the robots. They decided to run away with him and take him to the Nomada known as Maya. General Ha used one of the robots, tricked it as if they were giving it help, and told them where they had ran to and killed it mercilessly. They went and reached there. When Joshua had prepared himself to go and see her, he was told that she was in Mianda, which means heaven. He reached her and he was told that she was preserved on oxygen for 5 years. He felt hurt in his heart and cried after finding that Alpha was his daughter turned to what she is with those abilities. The Americans tracked them and made an attack to the temple where they were. General Ha surrounded them and she was shot a grenade which ended her because they refused to be helped by Alpha. She was trying to get data from Maya, but Joshua went with the disc and Alpha. They were arrested and parted ways, leaving Alpha yelling to be with his father. General Andrew went with Joshua to the weapon Joshua's daughter and asked him to help them terminate her, not knowing that she was his daughter. He was given a gun and he went inside to terminate her. She asked him whether she was going to heaven, and Joshua told her a secret. She asked him whether she was going to heaven, and Joshua told her a secret. She was then put to unconsciousness and was planning to take her for further research. Joshua asked to go alongside, and when they were approaching the city, she stopped all vehicles and they ran to the airport to go to the Nomad. She commanded all machines and nothing stopped them from going. When they reached there, Joshua sent her to go to the control room and shut down the Nomad. She did it for a minute, and when she stopped, missiles were released to kill the robots. Joshua planted a C4 and gave it 10 minutes to destroy the Nomad. When the time to go came, Alpha went back to resurrect Maya using the disc. She inserted the disc in and powered her on, but she didn't come to life. She cried and went away to leave the place. When she reached the shuttle to leave space, it locked Joshua behind. They tried to push and open it, but it refused to open. Joshua told Alpha that they will meet in heaven and said bye to her. He went and called Maya and found her in the garden. The Nomad was completely destroyed with Joshua therein, and he went to heaven peacefully after finding his love. The bombs which were sent to end the robots never burst on reaching the ground. The shuttle which contained Alpha reached the ground, and all robot and the stimulators were happy upon winning the war. Thanks for watching.